ready for Rebellion. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is Just Pro Wrestling News for Friday, April 22nd, 2022. A big welcome to those of you listening on WrestleMap.com. You can bring our updates to your website. Find out how at JustProWrestlingNews.com.
Impact Wrestling.
Impact Wrestling presents its Rebellion pay-per-view on Saturday night. Moose defends the Impact World Championship against Josh Alexander. Tasha Steelz puts the Knockouts title on the line against Rosemary. The X Division title is on the line in a three-way. Trey Miguel defends against Speedball Mike Bailey and Ace Austin. Miguel and Laredo Kid beat Bailey and Austin on Thursday's Impact. Miguel rolled up Austin for the pin. Violent by Design will defend the Impact Tag titles in an 8-team elimination challenge at Rebellion. Only 5 of the 8 teams have been announced. The others are the Good Brothers, Rick Swann and Willie Mack, Heath and Rhino, and Honor No More's Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. VBD's Eric Young and Diener won a non-title match over Decay's Crazy Steve and Black Taurus on Thursday's Impact. The Good Brothers teamed with Jay White and Chris Bay to beat Taven, Bennett, Kenny King, and Vincent. Bennett took the pin. Also, Heath and Rhino beat Mack and Swann on Before the Impact. Getting back to the Rebellion card, Taya Valkyrie will challenge Deonna Purrazzo for the AAA Reina de Reinas title. Ring of Honor World Champion Jonathan Gresham faces Eddie Edwards. Also, Jonah versus New Japan's Tomohiro Ishii. And Jay White versus Steve Macklin versus Chris Sabin. The Countdown to Rebellion pre-show has The Influence defending the Knockouts tag titles against The Inspiration. The main card starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Saturday night on pay-per-view. Former ECW regulars Little Guido Maritato and Tony Mamaluke resurfaced on Thursday's Impact. Guido challenged Matt Cardona for the Digital Media Championship, but he was unsuccessful. Also on Thursday's show, Shira beat Gabriel Rodriguez. Lady Frost says she'll undergo minor surgery next month and be out of action for a little while.
WWE.
After 2 weeks of running from one-on-one matches against Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn is set to face him once again on Friday's Smackdown, this time in a lumberjack match. Also announced for Smackdown, Madcap Moss versus Angel. Mustache Mountain are still the NXT UK Tag Team Champions. After a 2 out of 3 falls title defense on Thursday's show, Trent Seven put his feet on the ropes to steal the third and decisive fall against Ashton Smith and Oliver Carter. Also on the show, Sam Gradwell beat Kenny Williams in a back alley brawl thanks to an assist from a masked individual, and Amelia McKenzie beat Stevie Turner. 4 visitors from NXT 2.0 were shown arriving in NXT UK: Von Wagner, Lash Legend, Ivy Nile, and Damon Kemp.
AEW.
Tonight's Rampage has Jade Cargill defending the TBS Championship and looking to move her record to 30-0 against Marina Shafir. Tomohiro Ishii is on this show too. He'll face Adam Cole in an Owen Hart Foundation tournament qualifier. Plus Eddie Kingston versus Daniel Garcia and Lance Archer versus Serpentico. Major League Wrestling will crown its first women's champion at its Kings of Coliseum TV taping in Philadelphia on May 13th. Taya Valkyrie and Hala Dead will clash for the new MLW Women's Featherweight Championship.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
And finally, one more piece of news on Tomohiro Ishii. He will face Eddie Kingston. It's officially set for New Japan's Capital Collision pay-per-view in Washington, D.C. on May 14th. That is Just Pro Wrestling News for Friday, April 22nd. Be sure to subscribe to this feed so you don't miss our next update. You can also support us by checking out our Patreon page. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.